Hey world, it's being Willie come back with another video. I want to come back with a little information, a little food for thought on how to protect your money, during a recession. And what's happening now, family, the Federal Reserve is about to lower interest rates. Okay? And when the Federal Reserve lowers interest rates, that means there's going to be more money out there in circulation, what they call quantitative easing. But it's how you lowering interest rates during this type of economy. Okay, the stock market's at its highest. You got to realize when something like that happens, you're lowering interest rates because the economy's not doing bad. Anytime you institute any type of monetary policy, it's because something is wrong with the economy. Now, last I checked, the stock market, of course, based on listening to the pundits on the television, that it's doing great. The unemployment rate is low, you dig? So the job market as well, the unemployment rate, the stock market, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones at all-time highs and whatnot. What's the problem? Why would the Federal Reserve want to institute some type of monetary policy right now? It doesn't make sense, right? So with that being said, family, make sure that you put your money and your savings in a situation where it's going to be protected and not taken away. Remember, all the regular banks are only giving you, on average, the national average for interest rates on savings accounts is about 0.10. That's like 10 cents, all right? And if you check Chase and Wells Fargo, it's probably even lower than that. I think the last I checked was like 0.03%, But there are banks out there, family, that you can actually put your savings, put your monies in savings that is not going to lose value. Right now, I'm going to not recommend, but just kind of put some out there so you'll know what I'm talking about. And like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm not telling you something that I don't do. You dig? And so these three companies, these three banks are PNC Bank, okay? Citi, SITI, okay? Ally, and Ally is actually a brokerage firm, all right? And BMO Harris. Now these banks are giving over 2.4%. I think Citi is giving 2.4%. PNC is giving 2.35%. And right now, guys, I always tell you about, also looking into treasury bonds and treasury bills and notes. But if you look at what the market has done, what the bond market is doing, 2-year treasuries only giving you 1.9%, under 2%. So the bond market is not in good shape because it's inverted. The 5-year curve, the 5-year yield is lower than the 2-year yield right now. That's an inversion of the yield curve in the bonds. That's not good. That's always a normal indication of a recession. Okay? And then you have the market with its volatility. Up and down, up and down. And now you got to ask yourself, why would anybody want to invest in the market right now? Because remember, once the Feds lower interest rates, then that's going to affect stock investors that are, not taking into consideration the tariffs, the trade with China, the situation with Mexico, which also affects Canada, all right? And so protect your money, which is basically safe money. Put your monies in banks that's going to give you more for your money. And don't just sleep on Bank of America and Chase and Wells Fargo. Remember, these banks are involved in stuff that people get arrested for. They was bailed out because they couldn't handle their business properly. So don't think that, because they've been around as long as they have, your money is safer. Remember, PNC, Ally, and Citi, all are FDIC insured, meaning that they have up to $250,000 that the U.S. government actually uses as insurance, pays you back. So if you got $50,000 in one of these banks I'm talking about, and you lose your money to something, no matter what, it's insured up to $250,000. You dig? So, you know, I just think it's a new age, a new era. You think it's an accident? Facebook is looking into investing in cryptocurrency, all right? Family, also look into cryptocurrency. Look into blockchain, right? The infrastructure of cryptocurrency is blockchain. So look into that as well. But I just want to come back with a quick video, family, about how can you protect your money and don't just be doing stuff because you're used to doing it. That's what these big banks want you to do. They figure if the government gonna bail us out, the customers will as well. No, family, do you have other options? And like I said, before I leave out of here, PNC, Citi, okay, Ally, and BMO Harris, okay? Well, family, I just want to come back with a food for thought. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to videos. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Society bring you joy and being with us out of 5,000.